Welcome to the Radiant Life with Tatiana. I am your host, and I'm obsessed with empowering you to live and create the best life possible. I'm a master mindset coach, breathwork facilitator, and a passionate little Latina who loves sharing the magic behind your subconscious mind and energetics. If you're looking to uplevel your mindset, learn all about spirituality and manifestation, and to be inspired in making a change to embody your best self, you are in the right place. My goal is for you to see and unlock your limitless potential, to have the tools to break free from the chains holding you back so you can create and live your most radiant life. I am so excited to have you here listening today. Now let's dive into today's episode. Hello, love, and welcome back to the Radiant Life podcast. Can we just be mind-boggled here for a second together of how fast this year has gone by? I'm just sitting here like, how are we already at the end of 2022? We're about to go into 2023. Like, where did the time go? I really believe that when we're enjoying life and it's fun, that it's what's making time fly by. So I guess it's a good thing, right? It means I'm loving life. I hope you're on the same page as me. So today's podcast, I wanted to keep it short, sweet, and give you some tangible things to journal out. So definitely grab your journal or write them down and circle back. It doesn't matter when you're listening to this, and give you questions to reflect back on this year and set intentions for the new year coming up. This is a practice I do every year with myself, with my clients, and it's a game changer, and I'm going to go deeper into why. But first, I do want to share and announce something to piggyback off of this episode is that I am hosting my signature Radiate into the New Year free 3-day workshop. It's going to be January 10th to the 12th, and I want to invite you to be a part of it. So this is actually going to be the last year I host it for free, so I highly recommend joining. This will be my 3rd year. And so every year as I grow, as I learn, I upgrade it, I make it better, I make it juicier. And my intention for this workshop is to help you get clear on your goals, help you understand mistakes that many make when it comes to goal setting and why you or others may struggle or not reach their goals, as well as how to set goals the right way, in a way that you can manifest them easily and effortlessly. I am showing you my exact strategy that I have used year after year to achieve all my goals. And it's been a game changer because there was a point in my life where I would set the same goals, New Year resolution goals year after year, like trying to lose weight. That was the main one. And I just would never do it until I learned from mentors that did my trainings. And I was like, oh, here are the pieces. And I kind of created my own way. And now this is the same process I do every time I set goals. And it just flows easier, and it gets easier and easier each time. I mean, I set goals at the last week of November for December for aka that rest of the year. And they were kind of like big stretch goals. And a part of me was like, am I actually able to reach these goals? I told my coach that. And guess what? I am on track for reaching these goals. It is happening. I'm putting it out there. Like I'm already 3/4, if not more, of the way of accomplishing it. Like it's already done. I believe it. I'm still mind boggled by it. And this is how manifestation works. So if you want to learn all of the juice, all of those, tips and tricks that I do with myself, join the workshop. It is January 10th to the 12th. It is free. I will put the sign up link below. Okay, let's get into 2022 reflections. We must reflect every year. We must reflect in general, not even every year, every month. Because if we're constantly looking on to what's next, what's new, what can I accomplish, which is how our subconscious mind is programmed, and we don't take a moment to be present and see how far we've grown, what we've accomplished, what lessons we've learned, we may not give ourselves enough credit. We may not praise ourselves enough, which we totally should. And if we don't really solidify the lessons we learned, we will repeat them. So reflections are huge. I do this every week. Every Friday, I reflect on the week. Every month I do it. And then every quarter, every year. It is huge. And you may be sitting here like, I had a big year. Oh my God, I have so much to reflect on. I've accomplished so much. Hell yeah. Celebrate that. Write it all down. Maybe you think you haven't accomplished that much this year, whether it's goals or just who you've become. That's okay too. Still reflect. See how much you've grown and accomplished, because I bet you have accomplished so much more than you're actually remembering and you're giving yourself credit for. So go back, scroll through your phone, look at pictures, just see how much you've grown. So here are a few questions I want to give you to help you reflect. First one, write these down. Grab your journal, grab your notes on your phone, write them down, and then sit with yourself after in a quiet room and reflect. What are you most proud of accomplishing this year and why? Second one, what were some things you intended on accomplishing this last year that you have not yet? And when you answer this question, it's not to be like, oh, of course you didn't reach this goal again, or you didn't do that, or we don't want shame. There's no room for shame. She can take a seat. Answer this question with grace. Welcome grace into the room. And no judgment. Okay, cool. I intended to accomplish this and I didn't. And then why? Ask yourself why. Okay. I didn't know what to do. I gave up. XYZ, because then you can use that information to make some shifts and changes in the new year. Okay, third question. What were some things you intended on accomplishing that you did accomplish? Or if you got close to it, how close are you? Even if you haven't got it 100% there, it's okay. I always say at 90% of our goals, celebrate. That's why I'm claiming it. I'm celebrating my December goals because it is already 90% there. So see, what are all of the things that you accomplished this year? Write a list. I love writing this list. It can be as small as, choosing to cut your hair to, choosing to start a business or change a career or get a new job. I don't care, right? Celebrate it all. Fourth question. What are some obstacles or challenges you experienced in the last 12 months and how did you overcome them? Or how did you handle them? Maybe you didn't handle them the best way, and that's okay. You get to learn from it, right? Next question. What did you learn from these challenges? And how can you carry the lessons with you, the positive learnings, into the new year? Because remember, if we don't learn and embody the lessons, we will repeat them until we finally learn it. Trust me, I've done this so many times. I sometimes have clients or friends and I'm like, girl, are you gonna learn the lesson yet? Or is the universe gonna have to kick you in the ass for you to learn it again? So every time, this is a tip, every time I learn a lesson in my journal, I start at the top, all caps, I write lesson, and then I write it out. That way, when I do my 2020 year-end reflections, I look through my entire journal and I write out a list of lessons. And I do my best to embody them, to not repeat them. I love this question. Who were you at the beginning of 2022? What were your thoughts? How did you speak to yourself? And how did you act? Right? And now compare it. Next question. Who are you now? Have you changed? Have you improved your self-talk? Have you created routines? Do you show up with more confidence? Or are you kind of struggling in the back end? And this is just to bring awareness, you guys, because I can't tell you enough how many times that I've had people be like, okay, I didn't grow that much. I realize I haven't changed. I'm ready to work with you. I'm ready to invest and embrace your radiance. Sometimes we need that awareness to seek that help, whether it's working with me or another coach or a therapist or a counselor. We must bring awareness to be like, wow, okay, I haven't done what I said I want to done. I need some support. Just looking back, what are your thoughts now compared to in the beginning of the year? How are your relationships with yourself and with others? How is your self-talk? How much have you grown? Just write it all down. Reflect. Okay. 2 more questions for 2022 reflections. So what are you committed to letting go of from this past year? What? Maybe it's a habit. Or who do you need to cut cords with in order to start this new year with a clean slate, with a clean energy? I always say, leave the past in the past. So if you need to have any conversations, if you need to forgive with yourself or with others, anything, do it now so that New Year's Day comes and you are starting fresh. But choose, what are you letting go of? Is there a belief? Is there a habit? Self-talk? A grudge? What are you willing to let go? And finally, if you were to describe 2022 with one single word or phrase, what would it be for you? So real quick, I want to just give you guys I want to share with you a little bit of my growth. I'm most proud of this year. I made 2 things. One, how Evan and I have this is a really big one, how Evan and I have really developed a completely new relationship, how I show up in this relationship and just how I show up in my life in general. I've done a lot of healing. I learned a lot of lessons and I've embodied the lessons.
And so I've accomplished a lot. That was like one of my big accomplishments. And the second one would be how I show up in my business. I made some pretty big business decisions and shifts, and ooh, I feel the fire. 2023 is going to be such an epic year. I'm not going to go through all the things that, I've accomplished, because, there's a list. There's a few things I didn't accomplish within my business. And that's okay. I don't have the list here because I did not do that. But I do this every year, right? And I'm human. I haven't accomplished all of my goals, right? It happens. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to believe that I can't accomplish them ever. And I'm just going to bring them into the new year as new goals. That's the thing with manifestation and goal setting. You must be detached, right? Like, yeah, I want to accomplish this year. And if it's not meant for me this year, I trust it's meant for me and it will come at the right time, because sometimes there are other goals I've accomplished that I didn't expect, right? Like, I became a breathwork facilitator. I hosted a retreat. I did all these things that were so magical, and they were just as good as even some of the goals I had placed in the beginning of 2022, but didn't accomplish, right? So I'm proud. I've grown a lot. I've healed a lot. I feel like I'm more confident. I'm more decisive. I've set more boundaries with myself and my business. And so that's a little bit of a 2022 reflection for me. So I'm right here with you guys. We are doing it together as a family, as a community. So now let's go into 2023 intention settings. So new page, new paper. What is your vision for 2023? And now I'm not talking about goals right now. What is your vision? How do you want to show up? What do you want it to look like? How do you want it to feel, and why? When we paint, we create our reality through our imagination, visualization, our thoughts, and our words. So paint the picture instead of oh yeah, I want to accomplish these 3 things. No, I want to live a life of confidence and of freedom. And I found my soulmate and we love each other so much. And I moved to New York and I have this new job. I work remote, whatever it is, paint the picture. I started a business. I'm making impact. I'm making money, whatever it is. What is your vision and why? If you were to describe what you want in 2023 to be for you in one word or phrase, what would it be? And why is this word or phrase important to you in order to create a new year that you're completely proud of? One thing I forgot to share, my phrase in 2022 was embody your magic. I don't know, it just came to me. I forget the years prior. I have them written down somewhere. I always write them down. Embody your magic. And I really feel like I did. I really felt I tapped more into accepting my gifts and who I am, and just more embodiment. And the word that came for me for 2023 lately, there's 2, and I'm trying to figure out if I can integrate them, was blossom. I feel like I'm just going to blossom more into myself, maybe my business. I don't know. That was a word that came to me. I saw myself as a flower, just, I'm open, but now it's going to be fully blossoming into a beautiful, radiant flower. And then the second word that came to me was family and community. I love family. I love community. You guys listening to this, thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. You are a part of this community and of this family. And I want to connect more. I want to grow the family. I want all of you to feel seen and heard. And so these are my 2 big words and intentions for 2023. And just another question. So this isn't really a goal setting question. This is just, intention setting. How do you intend to show up this year? Is it with more confidence, more grace, less judgment, more freedom, more kindness, more presentness with your friends and family? How do you want to show up? What's the picture and why? And step into it. And so those are just a few intention settings for 2023. Inside of the workshop that I'm going to be hosting in January, it will be a lot more of goal setting, getting clear on your goals. Maybe you don't set goals because you don't really know what you want. But then when we don't set goals, that's just others or life creating our life for us, right? We must set goals. And I had a client who last year she came to me. She'd been to my workshops. She joined Embrace Your Radiance January 2022. And she wouldn't set goals because she didn't really know what she wanted and she didn't really believe that she could attain them. So it was just easier not to create goals, right? So maybe for you, that's you versus you creating goals and you not reaching them or reaching some, whatever it is. We must create goals because our vision creates our reality. And now let me tell you, this woman, it hasn't even been a full year. It's been 11 months, has reached so many of her goals easily and effortlessly, is creating even bigger goals. I posted her on my story the other day because she's like, who am I? I am like not the same girl I was a year ago. My money mindset has shifted. I don't flinch when I think about she did this program and the up level was like a $9,700 program. And she's like, okay, cool. If I want to make that work, I'll make it work. Where before she used to like freak out over money or all these things. She accomplished so many of these goals. That was a big goal for her, money mindset. Confidence, speaking her truth. She is starting a business. She has a book club. Like this was all possible because she set goals. And so she joined my workshop. She then joined Embrace Your Radiance, which Embrace Your Radiance will be opening in January. So if you're interested in that, join the workshop. Let's connect. Let's see if it's a good fit. Let's give you a taste of what it is. But either way, even if you just join the workshop, I want to help you make 2023 an amazing year for you. Because I know what it's like to not know how to set goals, to not get clear on them, to not reach them, to have all these blocks and obstacles and be defeated year after year. And I want to help you because you do not deserve to feel that way. You deserve to accomplish your goals and feel so proud and confident around them and believe in yourself. And I'm here to show you how. It is a free workshop. So join me, join the other ladies who are about to take control of their lives as well. Let's do it together. We are family. And as I grow and evolve, I want to support you. All right. So take a moment now or whatever, sit back, reflect on 2022. Set some intentions for 2023. Join me for the workshop. Sign up right now. The link is in the show notes below. And stay tuned for an epic workshop. If you're contemplating and joining Embrace Your Radiance, I hope this is just your sign to just imagine what it would be like if you just invested in yourself and how much your life can change. And not only just 4 months, but imagine even a year's time. It is possible for you. If I can do it, my clients can do it. You can do it. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. I love you. I appreciate you. Go sit down, reflect, set intentions, and I will see you in the workshop on January 10th. I hope you have such an amazing, radiant day. Shine bright, and I will see you in the next episode.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to share it with me and write an Apple iTunes review so I can keep the good stuff coming your way. If you aren't already following me, you can find me on Instagram at Tatiana_Kuto. Make sure to tag me in any posts that you share. I love and appreciate you so much and cannot wait to connect with you in the next episode. In the meantime, go out and radiate your light into the world.